Hello there, welcome to Inkquiring Minds. My name is Doug and I'm back with another fountain pen video. But today it's not a fountain pen, but a fountain nib. This is the Arrowflex Nib by Auritro Latif. This nib, handcrafted by Auritro, was sent to me by Inkquiring Minds pen friend Mack. Thanks for this, Mack. Appreciate it. I've had this nib since the spring, and I've been passing it around at the Calgary Pen Club meetings and playing with it for months. It's the most extraordinarily flexible nib I've ever experienced. Quite frankly, I've held off on doing a review because I'm not quite sure how to approach it. But join me and I'll give it a try right now. Let me provide you with some background on how I acquired this nib. Last spring I received an email from a viewer named Mack. He said he would like to send the Arrowflex Nib to 3 YouTube pen reviewers, me, Doodlebud, and Tim Steiner or Hemingway Jones. He sent the nib to me in this Opus 88 Jazz demonstrator, and this is an early version of the Arrowflex Nib. Mack told me a little bit about the creator of this nib, a young man from the UK by the name of Auritro Latif, also known as Lord Cactus on Instagram. He is an artist and studies aeronautics at the University of Southampton. I reached out to Auritro and asked him some questions about this nib and his current creations. Here's an excerpt from a couple of emails Auritro has sent to me. Hello Doug, I hope you'll find the nib fun to use. At the moment I use Inkcredible as the base nib, but I'm working on the production nib with the gold blue, which I will use either JoWo or gold blue nibs as the base. The production nib will, at least initially, be a lot less flexible but much more practical than the ones I make now. It would be more suitable for writing, so it will be called Writer's Arrowflex. If I used JoWo as the base nib for the handmade ones, it would quickly become very expensive, as I'm only happy with 1 out of 4 attempts. Currently, I'm selling the handmade ones for £125. The price is because of the time it takes to make. 4 hours plus 1 day testing time if everything goes smoothly, 3 to 4 days including unsuccessful attempts. One overlooked but very important part of the process is choosing the correct cross-sectional geometry. I flattened and reshaped the nib so that you get nice softness and good max flex. At the tip, the nib has to be completely flat, otherwise the nib will feel scratchy. The flex mostly happens near the base of the nib, so the tines move relatively little for a lot of flex. I recommend not going above 6 millimeters of flex, but it can do up to 8 millimeters without springing. I received a follow-up email from him in July with a couple of photos. He said, "Hi Doug. Just a quick update on the Arrowflex Nib. The current design is a lot neater and has a slightly different cross-sectional geometry to the one you're testing, so it performs a bit differently, finer, unflexed lines. Clare Coco has one of the newer versions. I think she's posted a video of it on her YouTube and Instagram. I'm linking Clare's short video in the description below, along with some videos from Auritro's YouTube channel. Now let's take a closer look at this Arrowflex Nib. You have to keep in mind that this is a prototype. The one Auritro sold Clare was a much cleaner model but still obviously handmade. The important thing I take away from Auritro's email is about nib geometry. This was also explained to me by my nib guru Jack Hernandez. The arch of a typical nib, this one's a Bach, is what gives it its stiffness. I'm going to demonstrate with this card. Let's flex it on the desk. You see it's very, very flexible. But then let's introduce an arch to that card and then try to flex it, and you'll see that it's much stiffer and won't bend. And it's the same with the steel nib. Auritro flattens the arch of the Inkcredible or JoWo nib, creates a nib slit that goes all the way back to the base of the nib, and attaches an overfeed that keeps the slit flowing with ink. Well, let's stop talking about it and start writing with it. But before we begin, I have to give some warnings to sensitive viewers. I suck at calligraphy.
That's right, it sucks.
There, you've been warned.
Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
Okay, so here we go. If you're squeamish, don't watch. I know I probably keep my eyes closed because I'm squeamish too. This is, before I even start, this nib just doesn't write like normal nibs. Auritro mentioned in his email that his current nibs are called the Writer's Arrowflex. This is not one of those. This is one of the early prototypes and is very difficult to write with. I'll try. That's all I can do. This is the Arrowflex Nib. That's no pressure whatsoever. Let's just put it on the page like that and add a little bit of pressure to it, and you see what happens. So here's the flex. It goes from extremely fine to about 8 millimeters. And still is not railroading very much. So I'm just going to let this, should tell you that this is Pelikan Edelstein Golden Lapis ink. So let's do a time lapse here and wait for this to dry. I think it'll take about 4 minutes. Well, that's about 3 or 4 minutes now, and that's still wet over here. I don't want to wait anymore. Suffice it to say, it's wet. If you write with it straight up and down, you get about a 0.3 to 0.4 millimeter line, and this measures out to over 8 millimeters. Give it any bit of an angle and any bit of pressure, and you get a flex. Let's go straight down here. So you can see how artists might love this nib because it's extra fine. You can flip it over. It's very scratchy when I reverse it, but you can get non-flex lines out of it in reverse. But the feed keeps up extraordinarily well, and I should mention that the feed is made by The Good Blue, a company in the UK, and he's customized that feed as well, but it's made of a polymer. It's a 3D printed polymer feed, and it's hydrophilic, which means that it absorbs liquids. So there it is in better focus. It absorbs liquids, and so the feed will turn the color of your ink. Even when you rinse it out, it will maintain a very pale color of your ink, but you change the color and it will change the color of the feed. The nib and feed are in a regular Jowo collar, and here's the Arrowflex on one side and a writer's Arrowflex on the other side of the screen, so you can see the difference. So what do I like and what do I not like so much about this Arrowflex nib? Well, to be honest, I have no real use for this because, as you saw, I suck at this. But like everyone else who has tried this nib, you just have to go, oh my God.
Oh my God!
When you use it for the first time. I think what Auritro has done with the Arrowflex nib is truly remarkable. I showed it to my colleague, Clare Coco, and she bought one to try it out. She had a more recent version of the Arrowflex and did a short writing sample on her YouTube channel, which I've linked in the description below. Auritro mentioned that he sells these for 125 British pounds. Contact him through his Instagram account, Lord Cactus, and ask him about current pricing and availability. Let me know in the comments below how you would use this very flexy nib. I think sketchers and artists would love it. I've contacted Aziza of Gourmet Pens on YouTube and asked her if she would like to try this nib out for a review on her channel as well. Aziza is an incredible calligrapher, and I've watched many of her videos with awe. Thanks go out to Mack for providing this nib for review, and the pen. And there you have it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to get instant notifications whenever a new video is posted. And you can join as a member of my channel for only 99 cents a month, and I guarantee I'll answer your comments in the comment section, and you'll get cool emojis, badges, sneak peek unboxing videos, as well as instant access to my videos the moment I post them. And that just leaves it for me to say, fingers crossed, thank you. For watching. And that's all she wrote. That's all she painted.
I made this.